Hello everyone, my name's Laura and welcome back to my channel, or to my channel. I make semi-regular videos and my intro is never the same apparently. It's 2 in the morning, so please excuse me if this doesn't all come out right. And I'm a bit nervous to film this because you guys saw me transform and lose weight before and get myself into a really healthy place with my body. And now you're seeing me start from scratch, I guess. And I'm not sort of proud of where I've got to. I'm not proud of my body. I don't feel comfortable or happy. And that's not to say, before I get into this, I want you to understand that everyone's weight is subjective to how they feel. And if you have a bit of curviness and you feel comfortable with it, or you're carrying a bit more weight, love yourself. Please do. Don't take me feeling down on myself as you then should feel the same. And also, weight is very much individual, so my weight might make me feel like I'm overweight or, you know, a bit chubbier than I'd like to be and not comfortable, and you might weigh the same but you might be a different height to me, you might carry it differently, like it's very different. So I'm always loath to add in my weight. I really add in actually my weighing in as more of a, for me, because I don't want people to think that weight is a bad weight, because you might be that way and be very happy with yourself, and that's fine. It just, for me, doesn't feel right, and I don't think I look right and healthy. And I loved how I looked when I was like 8 kilos lighter. I loved it. I looked great in my opinion. I looked incredible actually in my opinion. It was the best I looked in years, and I want to get back to that. And I feel that the best way for me to do it is to do it how I did it before and talk to you guys about it and hold myself accountable. So when we lived in Thailand a couple of years ago, I got all excited and it was a stressful time. It was scary. We were moving, you know, it's a big thing to do. We moved like across the world really. And so I stress eat, and I stress ate a lot. And it meant that I put on a substantial amount of weight that I wasn't happy with, and it just got to a point one day where I just said, this is enough. Like, I'm not happy, I'm not comfortable. Why keep putting food into my body that is going to make me feel worse? And so I decided to diet, and essentially what I did was I cut out anything bad and like refined sugars, bad things for me, and I ate loads of fruit and veg and just clean food. And it felt great, and it was so cheap in Thailand. It was really easy to do, and it has such a variety of fruit and veg and just really nice things. And then if you guys watched my videos sort of when we got back and in towards the summer, like 2016, maybe summer 2017, I have been struggling for a long time with some sort of allergy, which I don't know what it is. I'm allergic to something. It makes my entire face swell. I think it's an allergy anyway, and we couldn't figure out what it was. We went through thinking it was something to do with my kidneys actually for a long time. I've been through so many tests and they've decided to think it's an allergy. I'm just about to send off a hair strand actually, which I would like to film the process for actually in these videos, which I might do in the coming soon video. And yeah, so I don't know if it's an allergy, definitely, but something that I noticed was a bit of a theme or a trend was that dairy was making me feel bad, and it was making my knees feel like they were swelling. Could have been coincidence, but I ingested a lot of dairy in that time, like cheese, chocolate, milk, anything dairy. I loved it. And also, I've been watching lots of, you know, vegan people online and people who've gone vegan and all these things and the health changes, and I thought, I think I'd like that. And I was kind of getting to my wit's end with what was making me ill, and I was a bit scared to kind of put anything in my body because something was making me feel terrible and I didn't know what it was. And I'm going to do a whole video on why I decided to go vegan and my journey through becoming I suppose plant-based more so at the moment, but plant-based and my journey to becoming, you know, vegan. So I'll save that for another video. But basically I had all these health things, so I was then only eating really like bland, like bread and lots of carbs, because I knew it was safe. I had like safe foods and certain fruits and vegetables, but I was eating real bad food for me. And because I was feeling ill, I was comfort eating as well, and I was stressed because I didn't know what it was, and I was scared about it. And then I went plant-based I'm going vegan, whatever. And that led to me being really scared that I wasn't going to be able to enjoy my food, because I really love dairy and I thought I was going to miss it. And I know that's a really ignorant thing to say, because there is so much out there to try, but you have to go and try it all. And I started off with good intentions, and then I decided I was going to try all the accidentally vegan foods or vegan sweets and chocolates, and my addiction to sugar came back hardcore. And I think that's one of those things that we don't acknowledge. My problems for gaining weight is that as soon as I start putting sugar into my body, I find it hard to actually stop doing it. So I got hardcore into like sort of binge eating, I guess. And I say I guess because, and I don't say it lightly, binge eating. I know it's a severe sort of problem for people, but I'm telling you, I binge ate. I could eat like a whole pack of, not Kit Kats, because I couldn't eat those at the time, but a big bar of chocolate and packets of Skittles and Oreos, and just so many bad things for me. And the weight just piled on. And then we moved, and then we didn't have that much money, so we were sort of not buying healthy food. That was kind of the excuse to buy cheap, crappy food again. And it's just gotten to a point where I'm really uncomfortable with myself again. And I know I don't look my best, I don't feel my best. It's summertime or thereabouts here in England, and I want to be able to get into my shorts at least for a few weeks of summer, or for a late summer holiday for me and my boyfriend to go on. I want to feel comfortable, which means I have a lot of weight to lose. But I do know for a fact that it's a really funny one, because BMI is one of those things that lots of people go by, but it's actually a really flawed way of looking at things, because everyone's BMI is very different. And if you carry muscle weight instead of fat weight, you could be carrying more weight but be healthier. My BMI, which I don't really trust too much, but my BMI tells me I'm still in the healthy range, but I'm heading towards being overweight. For me, I feel that I am overweight, because one of the things that you tend to find if you're slightly more overweight is that when you diet, or lifestyle change, whatever you want to call it, the weight will come off very quickly to begin with. And if you're somebody that hasn't really got much to lose, or just decides to go on a bit of a health change in the diet, you don't necessarily shed pounds. This is my opinion, I suppose. So I believe that I'm actually in the overweight range myself. Because I've always been a very, very slim girl, and I always had a very fast metabolism, and then that disappeared because I have an office job and I just sit all the time. I believe my metabolism has slowed down. You can very easily speed up your metabolism again if you work hard at it, and you eat the right food. You can get things flowing through your body right. If you move and you exercise, you can get yourself moving again as you should be. Trust me, the proof's in the pudding, because I've done it before and I will do it again. So I'm going to tell you my weight, I'm going to tell you my plan, and then we're going to go from there. And this is it. Today's the day, I suppose. Tomorrow's the day, because it's 2 a.m, but when I wake up it will be crunch time for healthy eating, I suppose. So I currently weigh about 69 kilos. When I dieted last time, it was the biggest I'd ever been, and I was 67 kilos, and I got down to about 60. And I'll link a video of me when I was like 60 kilos, because when I tell people I want to lose that much weight, some people are like, oh, it's quite a lot, but I looked really healthy, I felt really healthy. So I want to lose about 8 kilos. And actually, again, this whole I want to lose a certain amount of weight is a silly thing to say, because I want to exercise and get fit while I'm doing it. So of course I'm going to gain some muscle weight. So the exact weight I get to isn't going to be exactly that, but I will do weekly weigh-ins and talk about things like that, and talk about my diet and how things have been going, how I've been feeling, and all those sorts of things. But of course I might feel happier, or more comfortable, or I might feel great when I get to 62 kilos, because I've been working out and looking after myself. So it's a difficult one to judge. I will just see how it goes, I suppose. But I do want to lose some weight. I want to get healthy and back to how I used to feel. My plan is to start working out at least 5 times a week. I actually like to do it every day and do little bits, because it keeps me on the routine. And when I was working out a month or so ago, I was getting up early in the morning to do it before work, and it was feeling great. So I want to get into a routine again of going to bed at a decent time, which obviously also helps you with your diet, because it's good to have regular amounts of sleep. Your body regulates itself. Everything works better. And so 2 a.m. isn't a good time to go to sleep, but it's the weekend. And then I want to work out every day in the morning, and I like to follow Lucy Wyndham Reed, I think is her name. It's the person that Anna Ciccone Jolie used for a long time for her workouts and things. I think maybe still does. She makes YouTube videos. I also like to follow Blogger Lattes, but I find that she's more intense. Like if I want to do a workout in the evening or at the weekend, I like her. But for everyday busy life, Lucy does like 4-minute videos, 6-minute videos, but videos that you can repeat as well. So you could do a 4-minute video and go, I've got more time, or I feel like I could do a bit more, so you do it again. And the exercises she does, that you can feel them if you do them properly, and you go really hardcore for those 4 minutes, 6 minutes, you can feel them in your body. And so I'm going to start doing that every morning, getting up and with enough time in the morning to work out, quickly jump in the shower and get ready for work. I think that's the best way to do it. And then in the evening I don't feel guilty, I feel like I can relax. I have an office job where I literally just sit down all day, and I feel that it's really important to get moving. And in the summertime here, it's nice because we can go for walks in the evening and things, which we'll probably do, but it's not, I don't class that as working out so much. It's just nice to get out and get moving. But I want to make sure I get a workout in at least 5 times a week, but ideally every day. I'm going to, me and my boyfriend were talking about, you know, we're lazy eaters, so we like whatever's convenient and quick, and that's normally crap food. But actually we both really want to start doing like nice healthy salads and healthy like stir fries and things, but with different alternatives for like even the noodles and things like that, and just go mega healthy and get our bodies feeling really good. He's not a vegan or plant-based, but that's fine. Between us, I'll just cook like the main part of the meal, and then he'll either add in meat and I'll add in my thingy or whatever, or he'll eat a vegetarian meal or a vegan meal rather, but it's not a big deal for him as long as I make it. So I want to get some budget friendly, really good food in, and I want to show you the budget friendly, really good vegan food that I'm eating, because I've really struggled to find, like I want to start putting together like meal plans for a week, where essentially you're spending like no money. Of course you're spending money, but it's cheap, and give you some like hacks and tips and tricks on how to shop on a budget, because that's what we're doing, because we're young and we've moved out and we live on our own sort of thing. I say young, we're not that young anymore, but like we don't have huge amounts of money to spend, and so I think it would be a fun idea to start giving you some tips and tricks on those sorts of things, which I'll do in the coming weeks with my sort of weigh-ins and checkups and all those sorts of things. So yeah, I'm really excited. I just feel ready, and I keep thinking to myself, oh well, you know, by the time I look good, summer will be done, and all these silly things. I just think, just get on with it. As I always see, you know, tomorrow you'll wish you would have started yesterday or whatever. I can't remember the saying, is that the right one? And it's so true. Just start, and then you'll be so glad that you did, and you'll wonder why you hadn't done it earlier. And I just can't wait. I remember how amazing I felt when I finally got to my goal weight, and I want to feel it again. I'm going to try as well some silly diet things, probably for the pure entertainment of you guys, i.e. the apple cider vinegar in the morning challenge, to see what it does weigh-in wise. So I'll probably sit down and do like here's a day one, and then do check-ins for a week and see what it does, and just silly things. Like I did a juice cleanse, and I'd like to do another one and kind of film it and show you my progress with juice cleansing, because I really enjoyed it. It was a challenge, but I really enjoyed it. And just lots of, and then if you want to give me ideas for any ridiculous like the baby food diet and all those sorts of things, I really want to try them and see. Like I know they're fad diets, I know they're not going to make me lose weight, but I think while I'm on the journey, why not see what happens along the way? So yeah, that's my kind of plan for the coming future in terms of my sort of health and body and weight and fitness sort of thing. And incorporated in all of that, I want to bring in some, you know, loving your body videos and some body positivity videos, because I'm trying to learn how to do that myself. Regardless of the fact that I'm carrying a little bit more fat, like I should still love myself, and I've really struggled. So I want to bring in like some really real videos on how I'm learning to cope with that. And so it's a lot of it for me is by watching people on YouTube who are all about that, and it's really nice to have that presence, and that's why I really enjoy YouTube as a space, because you do have those opportunities. But I'm still learning on how to love yourself, or myself rather, and all those sorts of things. But yeah, I think it'll be a fun journey. I want to document it for you and me. I like to look back at the other weigh-in videos I did and those sorts of things, which I think might be privated now, but I can still see them, obviously. And yeah, so I'm just rambling at this point and I'm tired and I'm going to go to bed. But I hope you enjoy this segment of my channel that will be coming up. I really do. I hope it brings something to you. And like I say, if there's anything on this topic in this whole spectrum of loving yourself, weight, fitness, all those sorts of things, if there's anything you want to see, let me know and I will see if I can film it. And yeah, any ridiculous things, I always say this. Other than that, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, notifications, la la la. Please leave me a comment. I'd love to see who out of you are still watching. Some of you have, and obviously I remember you guys, and I love it so much. Like, thank you to those of you who've commented and said like, oh, I'm so glad you're back. I've done this so many times where I've come back and disappeared. I really want to keep this consistent, so I'm going to try my hardest because I really love it, and we live on our own again now. I have no reason not to do it, so we'll see. But thank you, I love you all, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. I can feel your energy.